Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. My name's Destiny, and we do book things here. And today I kind of want to loosely talk about my 2024 goals and what they kind of look like. So, I have been thinking a lot about goals and what I want to make public, what I don't, what I want to set, that kind of thing. So, my goals for right now, as I stand, it is December the 28th. So I have 3 days left in 2023. And I'm almost sure what I want my goals to be. I know what my reading goal is going to be and things like that. I'm still toying with a few, but here are the ones I know for sure. My reading goal for next year is going to be 100 books. I finished 175 in the year of 2023, and I know I could do 100 easily next year. I finished 102 in 2022. So yeah, I know I could finish 100. That's something I want to do. It's quite easy for me to do 100. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and the job I currently do allows me time to listen to audiobooks because I can listen while I do paperwork and stuff. So it's the perfect way to get that read. Next, I want to complete the buzzword challenge for this next year coming up. I have already got the prompts written out, and Lala just put it out. I will link it down in the description if you don't know what I'm talking about. Every year, Kayla from Books and Lala puts out the buzzword. She used to do a readathon where you did the first week of every month of the year, there was a certain word or phrase you were looking for in a book title, and you read as many books as you could find with that. Instead of doing that, it just got too much for her, so she decided to start putting it out on a yearly basis. So each month you have a different word, or you could just do it as a year-long challenge. I usually do it as a year-long challenge because sometimes I'll hit more than one in a month. And so this year, I'll leave the full video link below. And this year, the 12 are, well, you know what? I was going to tell you the 12, but just leave it below. I'll leave it below so she can tell you, because she explains a little bit better than I am. So I want to finish the buzzword. I'm not doing the alphabetical challenge this year. I have failed at it 2 years in a row, and I just don't want to put myself through that again. Because, yeah, I failed at it twice. I don't want to do it again. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 24 books before the end of 2024 I want to read. These are 24 books that are on my shelf that have been there for more than a year that I am desperate to get my hands on and get to read, and I just keep forgetting they exist. So let's talk about those 24. I'm going to put them by my head because I could not be convinced to go in there and pull them all off the shelves right now. Yeah, so the first one is Love of My Own by Elan Harris. This is the last Elan Harris I own that I need to read. I have read the entire Invisible Life series and the Yancey Braxton series. So Love of My Own is the only one I have left, or the only one I have on my shelf that I have bought that I want to read. Next, I have In I Darken by Kristen White, ? I think I'm right about that one. I bought it so long ago, I don't even remember what the synopsis is. And honestly, a lot of these, I'm not going to be able to give you a synopsis. I may know a little bit, but yeah. Next is R.F. Kuang's Babel. I got it from Book of the Month last year in December and still have not read it. It's on this list. Next is Educated, and I can't remember who it's by. I know it's a nonfiction, and I've heard people rave about it, and I bought it secondhand at Goodwill, and now really want to read it. Next is Fragile Eternity. This is a backlisted book. It is the third in a series about fairies that I've read the first two, really enjoyed them, and just never picked up the third one. Next is Frankly in Love. I bought this brand new, full price, and have not been able to get into it. I have started it multiple times and just have not been able to grasp it. And this is my last chance for it. If I cannot get into it, I'm just going to give up and DNF and probably give it away. Next is Game of Thrones. Another one I have started multiple times. I've even started on audiobook. Did not stick. This is my last time trying for that one. Number 8, Heart-Shaped Box by his name. It was in my head, now it's gone. I'm put it here. Can't remember it. It's Stephen King's son. This one, I have gotten 100 pages into it, got creeped out, and closed it. Like, every time I start this one, I get 100 pages in, and I'm like, I'm fucking creeped out. I can't. So, I'm going to read this one in the daytime only, and I really want to get it done. It's good, but creepy. Next, I have Interview with a Vampire. I have not, I've tried starting this one a couple times, and I just want to read it. I want to know what everyone talks about. I'm really, really interested in it. Next is Intuition by Amy Bartol. This is a second one to her. It starts with an I too. I can't think of it. The first one I was intrigued and like read so quickly, linted it out, read it again, and I just want to finish it. I really do. I really, really do. I want to finish the series, and I bought the second one and just never picked it up. Next is Kiss of Life, which is the second in the Generation Dead. It's about zombies. It's an early 2000s book. The first one I thought was meh. It took me a minute to get through it, but I have all 3 on my shelves, so I want to give it another try. Give the second one a try, see if the writing gets better. Sometimes the debut, the writing's not where it needs to be, and they learn as they grow, that kind of thing. Next is Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. This is the 6th one, the final one, the Vampire Academy series, and something happened at the end of the 5th one that I'm just like desperate to know what happened, and other things have come and made priority. Number 13 is No One Can Know. This is a book of the month pick, my book of the month pick for last month, for the month of December. And I picked it because it was the only other one on my shelves that I'm like, okay, I really want to read it. I want to get it read before a year's up. Next is Rites of Passage. This one's on my shelves for at least 5 years, going on 6. I need to get this done. I know it has something to do with military, and that's probably the reason I haven't picked it up, but I really want to. Next is Squirrel Girl Missing. This was a gift by someone who's no longer in my life, but it was interesting enough for me to request it as a present. I want to read it. Next is The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. I've started it once. It's historical fiction, and those usually take me a couple false starts before I get into it, and I'm like hooked. So I know it's vampires in New Orleans. That should be enough for me to read it. 18 is The Coffin Club. This is the next one in the Vampire Kisses series. These are like little bitty short books about a girl who falls in love with a vampire and all the shenanigans they get into. And it's on this list because it's one of the ones I know I can finish really quickly and feel good. And it's just going to be a fun time. Next is The Love Script. This was sent to me for review, and honestly, I got sick about the time the review was supposed to come out. I still did a spotlight for it, and I want to read it. I think it's really interesting. I've seen it everywhere, and I want to give it all the press it deserves and do a full review and everything, so it's on my list. Next is The Summoning. This one's been on my shelves as long as Rites of Passage has, so at least 6 years. Can't tell you what it's about. I remember picking it up because I recognize the author, and yeah. Next is Witch Hunt. This one was sent to me. I have an arc of this one that was kindly gifted to me, and I read the first one, reviewed it and everything, and just never got around to the second one. Life got busy. I think my tiny human got sick about that time, so I want to get it read as well. Next is The Firm. This one was sent to me as a gift for doing their campaign, and I just haven't picked it up. I really want to. To pick it up, I have to pick up the first one. I can't remember what the name of it is, but that one is going to be on my TBR for a month, and I already know what month. So I want to pick that up as well. Number 23 is The Sinister Mystery of the Mesmerizing Girl. This is the last one in the Athena Club series. The first one is the Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Fedora Goss. This one, it follows 5 monstrous women who get into shit, quite frankly, and I'm excited for it. I want to finish it. The second one suffered from middle book syndrome, and I think should have been 2 books. In my opinion, it should have been a 4-book series instead of 3, because the middle one was such a chunk, and for a lot of it, we did nothing. So I really wish we had more, but I digress. And the last one is one that probably won't be read till December of next year. And I may do it as a year-long thing. I just pick it up and read through the year. I don't put any pressure on myself, and that is Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. I want to know so much more about this, but my problem is the romance. I cannot stand her to save my life. Koth deserves so much better than her ass, and she gets on my last fucking nerve. And a lot of the first 100 pages have been her and him pining after her, and I just wish she would take a long walk off a short pier already, because I cannot stand her. I really, really can't. So, yeah, that one's going to take me a minute. I have picked it up twice. Got about 100 pages into it. Cannot stand love interest and put it down every time. So, those are the 24 I want to read in 2024. And that's mainly my reading goals for the year. This last year, I've read, I want to say like 10% of my reading was... No, I'm wrong. Like, I want to say I read like 12 nonfiction. So it was one a month, and I really liked that number. So my high goal is to read 12 nonfictions, but I would be happy if I got like 1 in. I read a lot of fiction. Nonfiction isn't something that usually interests me. But I have plans for 2 at least that I know of right now. So I'd be happy if I read those 2. That's basically all my reading goals. My social media goals, those are a little more lofty. Right now, my goal is to post 3 times a week, one of them being a vlog for YouTube. I want to post 3 times a week on TikTok. Just random videos, to be honest. I've not been posting anywhere, TikTok or anywhere, just because there's a lot going on, and I've just been kind of watching. And staying quiet about things I don't know. So I want to start posting 3 times there. And then I want to post on my blog 1 time a week. So 52 blogs next year. And I think I'm going to give Instagram another try. I have not completely decided yet. Honestly, aesthetics is not something that I'm good at. And so I don't know if I want to give Instagram another try. We shall see. Fitness goals. Let's talk about those. I'm really excited. For Christmas, I gifted myself a walking pad. And since I gifted myself my walking pad, I want to get up to 60 minutes a day on it. Currently, I'm doing about 30 minutes a day, 15 in the morning, 15 at night. Tonight, I still need to get it done because I did not get it done this morning. I did 15 minutes earlier, and so I still have another 15 to go. But I want to get to 60 minutes on it, just walking. And I walk and read, so that's wonderful. And I want to start reading as well. And I want to read at least 2 hours a day, physically read 2 hours a day. Most of my reading in 2023 was audiobooks, and I want to get back to physically reading more. And I have the time to do it. I just choose to pick up something else or scroll TikTok instead of reading. And I know it has to do with dopamine and the automatic hit dopamine you get from scrolling in your phone. So we're going to try changing that. Yeah. Other random goals that I'm willing to share. I want to watch less TV. I have a habit of turning on Scooby-Doo and like rewatching the same seasons of Scooby-Doo that I've seen 103 times just out of comfort. or NCIS. My better half fixed me about that one. I will rewatch NCIS a million times over. Criminal Minds too. So I want to watch less TV and read more. I want to cook at home more. That one's gonna be fun. So for the month of January, or the cycle, so if you follow Jessie Curran, she is doing fortnightly planning, and honestly, time is a figment of your imagination at this point for my life. And so I hate that the month changes in the middle of the week, and that has never made sense to me. It just, no. So instead of doing monthly, there are some things I'm going to have to do by monthly, but most of my planning can get switched. I'm doing fortnightly or every 4 weeks for my months. And so the cycle 1 is the first 4 weeks of the year. So January 1st to the 28th. And for cycle 1, my main goal that I'm working towards, my main contributor, my main goal is no eating out whatsoever. So that does not just mean food, that means coffee too. So no money spent at purchasing fuel for my body, food, drink, anything at outside sources. That also means no getting it if somebody else offers to pay as well. So my best friend decides to come down and she's like, let's go get something to eat. My answer is going to be no, I'll stay here and we'll cook. Because I am not consuming any food that I did not prepare in some form of fashion. So TV dinners don't count, things like that. Just food that is already prepared for me to eat there is what I'm considering. Yeah, but there you have it. Those are my goals for 2024. What is your big goal this year? Is there something you're looking to do for multiple reasons? Do you have a word of the year? Let me know what it is. Mine is audacity. And if you want to know more, you're supposed to wait and see. But I'll see you on my next one. Bye, guys.